Hello students, today we are going to discuss some points regarding subset. As we know that subset is a set whose all the elements are lying in some another set. So let us understand some points regarding subset. So for any non-empty set A, phi and the set itself are called improper subsets. Rest are proper subsets. Next point is, if the number of elements in a set are n, that means order of a set is n, then total number of subsets are 2 raised the power n. This is very important point. For example, if n of a is 3, then total 2 raised the power 3, that means 8 subsets are possible. And this number 8 includes proper as well as improper subsets. Now let a is equal to set 1, 2, 3. Then subsets of A are phi, singleton 1, singleton 2, singleton 3, set 1 2, set 2 3, set 3 1 and set 1 2 3. So there are 8 subsets are there. Out of those 8, 2 are proper and 6 are improper. Now after that, again a very important point is there. If a set is made which contains all the subset of set A, then it is called power set of A. For example, if set A is 1, 2 having 2 elements, then power set written as P of A is set curly bracket start phi, singleton 1, singleton 2, set 1, 2. So that means the elements of power sets are always sets in the form of sets and they are subsets of A. So suppose n of A is 4, then 2 raised the power 4 are 16 subsets where 2 are improper and 14 are proper subsets. Similarly, if n of A is 5, then what is the n of P of A? That is number of element in power set. So answer is 2 raised the power 5, which is 32. Now let us consider one problem. If set A is equal to set 1, 2, set 3, 4, then some questions are there. First, how many subsets of A are possible? So treat this as one element, this as second element, and this is third element, complete third element. So there are total 3 elements, that means total 8, 2 raised to the power 3, that means 8 subsets are there. Next question is 1 belongs to A? So 1 is element, so obviously it belongs to A. Next is set 3, 4 subset A? True. Answer is false because it looks like a set, but this time it is an element, just an element. So it is not subset of A. This should belongs to A. Now is set 3, 4 subset A? Now this is true because now we are considering this as a set which is singleton set 3, 4. So set having single element. So surely it is subset of A, which is true. Now is phi subset A? Of course true, because phi is subset of any non-empty set. Is phi belongs to A? Answer is no. Phi is not an element of A. It is subset. It is set, so it should be subset of A. Next is very important thing, interval notation. Now intervals are some special kind of set. So basically these are sets, but some special set. How? Let us see. Look at this expression. This is read as closed interval. And it means when x belongs to closed interval a, b, a less than is equal to x less than is equal to b. That means when x belongs to 2, 3, then 2 less than is equal to x less than is equal to 3. That means it counts boundary values. Now if we look about the number of elements in this set, then answer is infinite. Why there are infinite elements? Because we are not asking about natural numbers only. Natural numbers are 0. Between 2 and 3 there is no natural number. But I am asking about numbers, that means real numbers. So there are infinite real number between two consecutive natural numbers. So that means total number of elements in this interval are infinite, and as it is closed interval, so it includes boundary value. Next is round bracket a comma b, which is read as open interval a comma b. Here when x belongs to open interval a comma b, it means a less than x less than b. So when x belongs to open interval 2 comma 3, that means 2 less than x less than 3. That means this time x is counting all the numbers in between 2 and 3 but not 2 and 3. Next is closed open interval. It is one sided closed and one sided open. That means a is counted as equality is there but b is not counted. For example, when x belongs to 2 comma 3, then 2 is counted. 2 is less than is equal to x less than 3. 3 is not counted. Now next is open closed interval a comma b, which so when x belongs to open closed interval a comma b, that means a is not counted because this side bracket is round or open interval and right side is closed interval, so b is counted. So when x belongs to 2 comma 3, then we can say two less than x less than is equal to 3. Then important point, in an interval is always open from a side having infinity. Whenever there is involvement of infinity, interval is always open because we can't involve infinity in the interval. Next, in the interval, any interval, always smaller number is written in the left or in the beginning, like minus 5 comma 4 close interval. Similarly, it is right, close interval 6 comma 8, smaller number is 6, it is right. But open interval 3 comma 1, this is wrong because 3 is larger number, so it should not be written like this in the left. Then last point, minus infinity to infinity open interval is a way to represent all real numbers. A set of all real numbers can be written as minus infinity to infinity open interval. So that's all for today. Take care. Have a nice day. Thank you.